It is well with my soul. Edson Ajamu Mitchell there. Nice track indeed. It's time to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Friday, the 9th day of May. 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Howdy do? Take it back. Whatever he stole from you, take it back. Take it back.
I'm marching down to Satan's camp. I'm taking back what he stole from me. All that have been born.
Good morning to all my peeps. Veronica, Sandy, Yulin, Alexander. Mildred is with us already. Good morning, Mildred. Good morning, Shem. Monica Mayrose Williams, good morning. Zobaida, how you doing? You and the family, everybody, all right? Nice. Take it back. Good morning, Jason and Nicole Neptune. What have the name, all right? Newton, rather, not Neptune, Newton. Yeah. Reverend Samuel Caesar, good morning to you and the family in Flatbush, East Flatbush to be precise. Crossroads Radio, good morning. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. Rico Andrew. Sylvina Charles, how you do? All you alright? Well, let me give you some good news. Today is a good day to have a good day, right? Nice. Chocolate City in Paradise, good morning. Epen, Banji, Squazim, Tito. Yeah. Destined to win Overcomer says, blessed morning. Have a wonderful day today. Stay blessed. I'll do my best. Catherine Phillip, good morning, Catherine. How are you doing? Erlin in the U.S., good morning. Well, yes, Yulin. Advance happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on here. Have an enjoyable day when it comes around. To all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. 25 minutes on to 7. Those of you in Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Guyana, Berbice, Essequibo. How they do? Belize, good morning. Cicely Blackman, good morning to you. Let's head into the word of the day. That word of the day today is vindictive. Vindictive. V-I-N-D-I-C-T-I-V. And what does it mean? Vindictive means having a desire for revenge. Having a desire for revenge. But that's not nice thing, you know. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Yeah, just let it happen, you know. Vindictive, V-I-N-D-I-C-T-I-V-E. Having a desire for revenge. His vindictive actions caused unnecessary harm. It always does. Do you know someone who is vindictive? I've learned to let go and let God. Yeah. Nice. Let go and let God. He does it just right. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what they say, what they do, just, you know, stay alive. That's all. All right, Mr. Lennox L. Bascom of Laborie in St. George, right? You've left your little wallet with your driver's license and other important documents by the con man down the street there, the con mailman. Well, we've got it here in GBN. Please come collect it, okay? Nice. 23 minutes rather on to 7 o'clock. I've got to come here and say good morning to the curry pot. Elvin and Elvis and the Chitons. Yeah, morning Chayos. All you good? Yeah, I want some curry crab and dumplings today, right? Nice. Let me see what my apostle sent for us this morning. You know, he keeps us under his wings. Good morning, he says. We should never get tired of saying thank you, God, because he never gets tired of blessing us. Have a happy Friday. And he says, happy Friday. Let us give thanks to God, our Heavenly Father, for all his gifts so freely bestowed upon us, because every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. And that's coming from James chapter 1, verse 17. Have a blessed day. Yeah. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. Let's make somebody dance or some people dance. Yolan Swan, good morning. Monica Mayrose Williams, Daddy Godwin, Miss Joan, good morning. Arnold Grant, good morning. Esther and her beloved son, right there in Mount Agnes, Pomerose area. Lady Cheryl and the entire Pomerose posse. Marvin and the folks in Malmont. All the karaoke went Thursday night. Yeah? Nice. Latins, good morning. Crowshoe. Cafe, good morning. The Sandersons, good morning. Debbie, good morning to you and the family. Mama Can. Munich Petlin, good morning. Good morning to the Maxwins. I've got to come back to Belial and say good morning to the Maxwin family there. Peter and John and Sean and Chantel and everybody. Ian Baker, the vibes is nice this morning. It's all about the food you take. Papi, I'm not a food person. I'm a coffee guy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a coffee guy. Corinth, good morning. The partner that's selling soup so early in the morning, he cooked that last night, boy. Man selling all kind of lamby waters and things this morning, but that's a good initiative, man. Good morning, Corinth, the folks by Max Shop. Ricey and the guys. Morning. Let's head into the motivational tip of the day. Nadisha, good morning. This is your segment. Miss G, good morning to you. Holmesy, Abigail and the family. Just a good day to have a good day, man. Despite what? Stay open to change. Change is the most constant thing in life, right? Now it says be adaptable and embrace the unexpected. It often leads to new opportunities. Yeah, be adaptable, meaning be able to accommodate, be able to change and accept the change and embrace the unexpected. It often leads to new opportunities. Have you noticed that when you miss something, like, okay, for example, you miss a bus, you get a ride? Yeah, Papa God has this thing real planned out, you know. He really does, yeah? And all his plans are good for us. You know, but we so fast with ourselves. Want to do things our way. You know what I'm saying? Let go and let God. That's the theme for today. Just let it go and God will deal with it. Christiana Williams, good morning to everyone in the Spice Land. Good morning, Christiana. How are you doing? The staff of the GBN, the management and staff, good morning, good morning. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right. Okay, blue economy to encompass the legal, economic, and environmental aspects of the marine industry. The final round of the National Tourism Youth Congress competition is on today. In the region, Trinidad's new trade minister eyes linkages with Africa. Internationally, Bill Gates plans to give away most of his fortune by 2025. Bill Gates, come on, get citizenship down here, boy. What happened to you? That's the bestest place to be. Oh, let me speak properly. That's the best place to be. My dad would say that's the bestest place. Good morning, Joe and Miss Annie, and the entire home circle. Daniel, Delia, everybody. Roger and the guys. In sports, cricket, West Indies statement on the situation in India and Pakistan. Now, this is one that I'm watching very closely, because both India and Pakistan, they've got a nuclear arsenal. So any stupidness could happen down there, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be careful, guys. Dialogue. But the greetings going out to Joe and Noel George today. She lives in Florida. Happy birthday coming from your sister, Yolande Swan. Sweetie Williams, good morning. All right, so Joanne, have yourself a wonderful day today, all right? And let no one steal your joy today, because today is a good day to have a good day, and it's your birthday, so have a good day. Nurses celebrates their week of action. Nurses Week. To all the nurses, good morning, Nurse Pierre. And the entire posse, good morning. Hello. Night Nurse Andrew Buba, Night Nurse Williams. Good morning to the folks inside of Lamode in St. George. Yeah. Whatever you do today, just remember, let it go and let God deal with it. And also remember, today is just a good day to have a good day. Let not the troubles of the world weigh you down that you cannot enjoy the day, because this is the day that the Lord has made. And we will, you know the finishing part, right? Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
And fill me with your captivating.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, May 9th, 2025. Coming up in the news, blue economy to encompass the legal, economic, and environmental aspects of the marine industry. The final round of the National Tourism Youth Congress competition is today. And in the region, Trinidad's new trade minister eyes linkages with Africa. Internationally, Bill Gates plans to give away most of his fortune by 2045. And in sports, Cricket West Indies statements on a situation in India and Pakistan. We've got the details to these and so much more after these messages.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain unblocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to all plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
A good Friday morning to you with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph. The Ministry of Economy and Marine Affairs on Wednesday held its first official press briefing at the Ministry of Infrastructure's conference room. The ministry is led by Lennox Andrews, whose definition of the blue economy refers to the sustainable use of ocean resources to create economic growth, crop regeneration, and improve livelihoods. Minister Andrews says while there are traditional sectors aligned to the blue economy, there are a number of new and emerging sectors that can bring tremendous benefits to Grenada once managed effectively. We have more in this.
Show renewable energy, aquaculture, seabed extractive activities, marine biotechnology. And marine biotechnology means that there are some organisms, living organisms on the seabed that are important and that can be used to create different products to improve human health. And also there are the bioprospecting, which is research for organisms that have valuable genetic resources that have commercial uses, and we can create new products from them as well for human use.
Minister Andrews said in a broad sense, the blue economy encompasses the legal, economic, and environmental aspects of the marine industry.
It really covers two broad areas. You have the commercial ones, which has to do with the transport of goods and the transport of people. And you have the non-commercial aspect, which covers issues like research, issues like exploration, issues like defense. Now, our ministry's mandate is very much in keeping with that definition and those two broad areas I referred to.
While some may question the need for a Ministry of Blue Economy and Marine Affairs, Andrews says it's a critical component of the government's transformational agenda based on the economic benefits to be derived.
The world has long recognized the great potential that exists in the ocean for economic activities. It is stated that everything that is on land can also be found, and even more, in our oceans, which means therefore that the sea poses great potential for economic activity and for new economic activity. And it is also instructive to note that our sea space, is 77 times greater than our land space. So there are many more economic activities that can take place on the sea relative to the land.
Minister Lennox Andrews there. The final round of the National Tourism Youth Congress competition is scheduled for today. Reintroduced by the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, the competition is designed to raise awareness about the tourism sector among Grenadian youth. Serving as a platform for young people to showcase their insights and visions for the future of tourism in Grenada, the competition invites students aged 14 to 17 from secondary and tertiary institutions to participate in a two-round format. Round 1, which concluded on April 4th, 2025, required students to submit a video presentation on a tourism-related topic. In the final round, participants will research and present innovative solutions to key challenges within the tourism industry, delivering the ideas before an audience of their peers. The winner will be awarded the prestigious title of Junior Minister for Tourism, receive mentorship opportunities and a cash prize, and will go on to represent Grenada at the Regional Tourism Youth Congress in October 2025. The regional event, hosted by the Caribbean Tourism Organization, the CTO, during the State of the Tourism Industry Conference, simulates a CTO Board of Directors meeting and brings together national winners from across the region to deepen their understanding of the tourism industry and nurture young leadership. On Thursday, the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the GBN, received an email from some concerned citizens affected by the Cliff Road Rehabilitation Project, which is Upper Woburn to Woodlands in St. George. The email addressed the ongoing delay in the project, referring to the delay as administrative rather than operational. The email claims, as it stands, required land acquisitions have not been gazetted, which is a crucial legal step for the continuation of construction. It reads, and I quote, "No gazette means no legal right to land. Without the land, construction cannot continue. As a result, residents, commuters, and local businesses are left in limbo." The email called for timely government action and transparent communication, citing that the project is not just about roadwork, but it is a matter of road safety, access, and community development. When contacted for an update, Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Kevin Blash, gave a commitment to follow the paper trail to verify if the notices have been gazetted. Blash said the ministry is working assiduously to have the project completed in short order. That's the first segment of news. The local segments stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. 5 minutes on to 7, we head to the region where we hear that Trinidad and Tobago's new trade minister has his eyes set on linkages with Africa. We've got the details in this OCM news package.
In Trinidad and Tobago, newly minted Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj says there is great opportunity for local businesses on the continent of Africa. Minister Maharaj, who is also the founder of Sasha Cosmetics, says vast markets in that part of the world makes it a great field for local businesses to thrive. Using his own experience, the new trade minister points out the limitations when one focuses only on the local market.
Opening markets for manufacturers. Our problem is we are a small country. I didn't start Sasha in a fashion hub, New York or Paris or LA or Milan. It's a little country. And when you grow, you soon run out of market. You soon run out of people to sell to. We have to expand. We're not in a big country, right? So opening markets, and I think one of the biggest markets we have to explore is Africa.
He points to a particular country in West Africa. Minister Maharaj says the infrastructure is already in place for trade in that region.
I went on a trade mission to Ghana, and as I walked up to the immigration, the officer looked at my passport and stamped it and said, "Welcome home, sir." They want to do business with us, and we should be focused there. West Africa is 470 million people. Republic Bank has 42 branches in Ghana. They have a base over there, but it takes 2 days to get to Ghana. But that big Airbus can go in 8 hours straight across. If you cannot visit, you cannot do business. So we have to open that market and negotiate. They have a similar CARICOM agreement. Same body like CARICOM over there. I don't know the name. But CARICOM should be forging a duty-free agreement with them. We'll have to open factories all over the place to manufacture for that market.
Minister Maharaj was speaking after he was officially sworn in at President's house yesterday. Former Deputy
And looking further afield, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost has been named the first U.S. Pope, selected on Thursday by 133 cardinals from across the globe on the second day of the Papal Conclave in Rome. The new pontiff, age 69, who will go by the name Leo XIV, is a Chicago native and graduated from the Villanova University in Philadelphia, Maryland. He was a math major at Villanova. He's an Augustinian priest, and Villanova is the lone Augustinian Catholic university in the United States. Pope Leo is, in his opening address, made note that he is an Augustinian, saying that while that was his order, he was a Christian and a bishop, so we can all walk together, he told the cheering crowd. Microsoft's founder Bill Gates said he intends to give away 99% of his vast fortune over the next 20 years. Gates said he would accelerate his giving via his foundation, with plans to end its operation in 2045. People will say a lot of things about me when I die, but I am determined that he died rich will not be one of them, he wrote in a blog post on Thursday. Mr. Gates, who is now 69, said his eponymous foundation has already given $100 billion towards health and development projects, and that he expects it will spend another $200 billion, depending on markets and inflation, over the next 2 decades. The Trump administration unveiled on Thursday a plan to overhaul the antiquated U.S. air traffic control system, acting with industry and lawmakers' support on a hot-button issue after a deadly crash this year. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy described the initiative as a once-in-a-generation upgrade, a project involving the rebuilding of some air traffic control towers and the replacement of radar sensors and telecommunications with completely state-of-the-art versions. Speaking to the event on speakerphone, President Donald Trump pledged the overhaul will bring American air traffic control into the highest level of anybody, any country, anywhere in the world. Such a transformation could require tens of billions of dollars that would need congressional support at a time when Trump's administration is also seeking deep across-the-board spending cuts to finance tax cuts. Duffy did not release an overall price tag during a 75-minute launch event that often resembled a pep rally. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead, followed closely by the weather forecast. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies is closely monitoring the escalating situation between India and Pakistan following recent military actions in the region. CWI said it is in active communication with the Board of Control for Cricket in India, the BCCI, the Pakistan Cricket Board, the PCB, and our players currently involved in the Indian Premier League, the IPL, and the Pakistan Super League, the PSL. It has also engaged in strategic partner West Indies Players Association WIPA to coordinate and ensure the safety, security and well-being of all West Indies players and support personnel in the region. The CWI maintains the welfare of its people remains its highest priority. It continues to receive regular updates through diplomatic, governmental and cricketing channels and stands ready to offer assistance where necessary. And finally, the eagerly anticipated Caribbean Village Cricket T10 tournament, sponsored by Caribbean Airlines, is back for its second edition, once again uniting the region through the exhilarating spirit of cricket. The action continues after it got off to a start on April 27th at the Guyana's Everest Cricket Club, where Burbis Cricket Club triumphed over defending champions Demerara Cricket Club, securing their place in the championship final. The spotlight then shifted to Trinidad and Tobago, where 16 local teams battled at the National Cricket Centre in Couva from May 3rd to the 11th. The excitement expands across the Caribbean on May 18th with simultaneous matches in Antigua and Barbuda at the Antigua Recreation Ground in St. John's and Jamaica at the Noranda Sports Club. The competition will culminate in a high-stakes finale on June 1st at the National Cricket Centre in Couva, where the country champions from Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Antigua and Jamaica will clash for the 2025 Caribbean Village Cricket T10 title. That's all the sports at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon edition. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Andre Charles at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you, my good morning to the listeners of General Public. And here's weather for today, Friday the 9th of May, 2025. Currently it's cloudy, winds are variable, barometric pressure 13.7 millibars, that's above normal and rising. Present temperature 27.8 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 76%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 26.5 degrees Celsius. Rainfall over the past 24 hours is 0 millimeters. Hence, the total for the month remains at 31 millimeters. Let's have a look at the forecast value for today and tonight. Today we expect some cloudy and slightly hazy conditions with a medium chance of isolated afternoon showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Sea slight to moderate, waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. Tides to be low at 9 a.m., high at 2:30 p.m. and low at 8:45 p.m. Sunset today at 6:23, rises tomorrow at 5:43. Just to repeat on the forecast, value for today and tonight. Cloudy and slightly hazy with a medium chance of isolated afternoon showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, report from the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. Have a great day and a safe, restful weekend, all right?
Thanks, same to you.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. It's now 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. A blue economy to encompass the legal, economic, and environmental aspects of the marine industry. Final round of National Tourism Youth Congress competition on today. In the region, Trinidad's new trade minister eyes linkages with Africa. Internationally, Bill Gates plans to give away most of his fortune by 2045. And in sports, Cricket West Indies statement on the situation in India and Pakistan. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, May 9th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening and viewing, wishing you a productive day and a safe weekend, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Have you ever wondered how you can benefit from the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program? Then IMA Grenada invites you to its public forum on May 13th at 5:30 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Regulations have changed to create more space for local participation, for local developers and those who want to become local developers to tap into new opportunities. Hear from top experts from the CBI Committee, IMA Grenada, and GIDC. This is your opportunity to learn the process, ask your questions, and learn how to be involved. So don't miss this chance. Remember, Grenada Trade Center at 5:30 p.m. on May 13th. See you there.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandand, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Get ready, Grenada. The Maggie King of the Grill is back and bigger than ever. On Saturday, June 7th, Monroe's playing field transforms into the ultimate battleground for grill masters. Think you got what it takes? Then fire up those grills and show your skills. Registration closes Friday, April the 11th. So don't miss your chance to compete for that sizzling prize and bragging rights. It's food, fun, and flavor, all powered by Maggie. To register, call 407-8458. Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules. See you there.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the conversation for this morning. It's Friday. It's the final conversation for the week. And, of course, want to say good morning to Kim John, Natalia Ross, Jennifer Lawrence. All right. Good. All right. Nice. So good to have you all on this morning. All right. This morning I want to have a pointed conversation. I have two topics that I want us to look at. I am liking, that's my personal opinion, all right, and I'd want to hear yours. I'm liking the trajectory that I'm seeing coming from the new government out of Trinidad. So far, things are looking good, in my opinion. One, and Grenada is poised to benefit if all goes well, because one of the first things they talked about is looking at the exploration of oil and gas, or the biocarbon reserves that we have. And now I'm hearing that the new trade minister is looking at the non-conventional markets in Africa. That to me is realigning with our roots. Now, Grenada has a history of business relations and even human relations with Trinidad and Tobago. As a matter of fact, you go to Trinidad and a good percentage of the population is Grenadian or Grenadian lineage. All right? So one of the things I want us to look at this morning, I want to hear from you. How do you think, or do you think it's a good thing that Trinidad is looking towards the hydrocarbon reserves in Grenada, in Grenadian waters, and so forth, and their new approach that they're taking towards trade? Right? Do you think Grenada once again can benefit immensely from that sort of trade thing with Trinidad? If Trinidad is going to Africa and so forth, that means there's going to be a market base in there that maybe we can take advantage of. Now that's one. And then there's a second thing that I want to raise. My dear friend says, Brother Innocent, a blessed day to you and all those involved. Thank God for everyone. I am very unhappy to see so many young men on the streets in Grenville and in St. Andrew, just sitting on the street. Sometimes I wonder, where are their relatives? How can we help them? In some areas, you can see a young man almost naked. It seems that he had the same clothes for a long while. Lord Jesus, help us. All right, so this is another conversation. We're seeing a number, if you're driving through the streets of St. George's, and by extension the parish of St. George, well, not just all parishes, we're seeing a large number of young men, and I have to emphasize men, young men, in a very not so good state. I want to use another word, but I wouldn't use it. What do you think? How do we handle this? Should it be a family issue that the family should take care of it, or should government get involved and get them and have them in some rehabilitation center? Because most of the time, the condition and the situation is drug abuse related. All right. So, what are your thoughts on that? One, they are homeless young men. I'm not seeing many women. Homeless young men on our streets. Should the government or family members be responsible, or should it be a collaboration of both? And also the possibilities of what is happening with the new government in Trinidad and Tobago. Give me a call, 435-2041. Sherry and Nichols, good morning. Walland Aquat, good morning to you also. Yeah, 435-2041. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling to
welcome. The program. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. How are you?
I am alive and so very thankful. How about you?
I'm fine. Well, I have a friend who always loved to say, with all due respect. So, with all due respect, you have two very important issues that you wish to deliberate on this morning. But I want you to bear with me for 2 minutes.
Okay.
To encourage the 7 finalists of the National Tourism Youth Congress competition that would take place today.
Okay, hold on. I hear you going ahead. I didn't say yes or no yet, but yes, go ahead.
So with all due respect, you have some very good topics, but I heard the news and I said, listen, we have to name these students because so many times we talk about the negative, and I'm just so proud to say the finalists are, and I know sometimes I speak very quickly, but that's the 2025 National Tourism Youth Congress competition that would take place at the National Stadium today. And we have Lillian Medford of Wesley College. We have Ariane Marichaud, Tiana Mitchell, and Kyla Bain of St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's. We have Harmony Thomas of Westmoreland Secondary, Delonia Francois of St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, Kayla Baptiste of the TAMCC. And I just really want to say hats off to the schools and to the parents of these children. So, we need to tell the nation that this morning. Lillian Medford, Wesley College, Ariane Marichaud, Tiana Mitchell, Kyla Bain of St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, Harmony Thomas of Westmoreland Secondary, Delonia Francois of St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, and Keela Baptiste of the TAMCC. And they would be vying for the National Tourism Youth Congress. Whoever emerged the winner would represent Grenada at the Regional Tourism Youth Congress held during the Caribbean Tourism Organization's State of the Industry Conference in October. Now, the first round involved video submissions, and today they would do oral presentations. So I guess questions would be shot at them, and they would stand there and answer. So I just really want to accentuate. I mean, the topics are really relevant this morning, and I commend you. But I'm saying Grenada needs to know. Hats off to Wesley College, hats off to St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, Westmoreland Secondary, St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, and the TAMCC. And by the way, Innocent, the winner would be called the
National Youth Minister for Tourism.
Thank you, National Youth Minister. So we really do have something, according to the U.S. President, greatly positive on in the nation today. The only unfortunate thing, I see no male student in the list. And look at your topic. The idleness of a lot of, I don't know. But right. Let me stay on the positive. I want to highlight the those students.
Thank you.
Quickly to one of the, you said one caller talk about the amount of the idleness among young men?
Not necessarily idleness, because of they're mentally challenged.
Oh,
yeah,
the
mentally challenged, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're, in some cases, some people refer to them as vagrants. I don't like to use that word.
Yeah, that's true, because sometimes you walk along the Grand Dance area and there is this, about two of them. The clothes are so ragged that they're almost naked in truth. I mean, I don't know.
Any suggestions? Who do you think should be responsible here? Family members or the government?
But it starts in the home. But some sort of intervention is also needed. But innocent, there are some parents that really, really try hard with children,
Yep.
And I don't know that there are parents, so it would be remiss of me to just come and beat up parenting. But you have parents who really, really, really try, and sometimes I don't know, because sometimes I say there are times the home fails. Okay, we know that. But you know what I want to accentuate? Let us look at the love and encouragement that children get, not a lot, that children get. Let's start at the preschool level. Maybe we need to have a national recognition for our preschool teachers. I mean, they really do their best. So what I am thinking, if, yes, the home fails, but there's a lot of nurturing in preschool. There's a lot of nurturing in primary school. So I don't know. So where did that go astray?
Yep, that's a big question.
Where did that? Yes, there are situations where the home fails, but I know throughout every preschool in Grenada, Carrico, and Petite Martinique, there is love, there is fostering. The teachers are caring. So I don't know. It's either maybe they're picking up the wrong role model at some point in time, and I must add that the primary schools continue with the fostering and the care.
Okay. Well, while you have some time, pray for them, right?
Sure. We have to pray.
Have a good one. Folks, it's 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. You know the digits, 435-2041. So tell me, where do we have, where do we go to assist? All right, because whether we like it or not, they're part of our communities, okay? They are part of us, and should we just leave them to continue in the condition that they are, or should actions be taken to assist them? And if that is the decision, whose priority is it? Is it a family, or should the communities come together? Should there be community involvement, governmental involvement? Where do we go? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Oh, yes. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to Doc.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. Not too bad at all. I'll tell you something. You're asking this question, where do we go wrong? I hate to say it all the time, but I have to say it. Let me tell you something. They say fish spoil from the top. Yeah? I'm not blaming everybody at the top, but we have to take it from the top. We are suffering with leadership in the world. You see, somehow I think we fail to understand our role and responsibility to the citizens. Yeah? Now, we have lost our way economically based on the state of the economy. The economy is not growing fast enough to deliver the needs of the parent, which is the finances. Any parent who does not have a financial empowerment will have delinquency in the house. Imagine you cannot cater for your children's financial need. What do you want them to do? You will not want them around you, no.
Okay.
They're going to bother you. And the first thing will say, go, I can't take care of you. Go. Where do they go? So we're chasing our children because we cannot come up with our responsibility. And parents are really not totally responsible, but it's what the economy is not doing for us. There's a lot of young parenting, a lot of young parents. Is our young parent occupied or young parents occupied 40, 45, 30-something-year-old grandparents? Are they financially able? Could we put them somewhere to work? Do we have all of the job? Let me tell you something. I don't want to take too much of your time, sir. But there is no fixed category of work. Once you're turning over and the revenue is coming out of position, the country position a company to produce revenue, and you can employ anybody. A category might be to laugh for people, shake hands for people, drive fly in the company, kill mosquito. You create categories just to keep people off the street because they have to eat. But we're not focusing on those things. And that is where we go wrong. We're leaving people behind because we don't cater for the finances. And then we blame the young people. We blame the parent. Yes, but what have you done for the parent to be able to take care of the kids, the children? What have you done?
Okay.
So it has to come from a policy of leadership. Leadership is responsible to ensure that we place the economy in a state to produce the money, to be able to take care of all of the citizens, whether you go to school, we have to live. So you're not financing what you call qualification or certificate, you're financing life. And so you have to ensure that everybody has something to do. That's how we're going to unlock the problem. Other than that, we could talk and talk. We're not going to get anywhere.
Thank you.
Have a good
one. Have a good one. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's accommodate our WhatsApp caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Welcome to the program.
Yes, you're touching a very important topic. And I don't think that it can be solved from an approach of one size fits all. I think we're dealing with a spectrum of problem and trying to simplify it in terms of saying, for example, that it all starts with a home may only address one aspect of it, may not address everything. Now, to explain myself further, let me say this. A caller recently mentioned about some folks, especially in Grandlands, we hardly any clothes on them and so on. No, I'm not here to make a diagnosis. However, we have to realize that mental illness, and I'm not talking about mild mental illness, I'm talking about debilitating mental illness, can result in some people being in such state. And there may be not much that a home can do to take care of that. So in that situation, addressing the root cause, what you call root cause analysis, is very important. Such folks may need mental health intervention. And that's when you deal with the issues of health and so on, and social service.
Let me ask you this.
In some situations, people may be homeless because of lack of employment. So that will have to be approached from that angle. Then we have to look at the issue of drugs. And it could be a vicious cycle, because on one hand, you want to decriminalize certain drugs, because they can criminalizing them can have significant impact on people's employability. But on the other hand, if people just go willy-nilly consuming certain drugs, it can lead to mental problems that can render them homeless. So it has to be a multifaceted approach, and one has to understand the root cause analysis in each group of cases.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Folks, it's 30 minutes after 7 o'clock, and what we do now, we take a commercial break, and we'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Do I have to tell you, I'm committed to us.
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion. If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Bryden & Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Coop Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
GBN presents the 2025 Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, June 7th, Monrouge Plainfield from 11 a.m. Our partners, Maggie, the secret of great flavor, Grenada Distillers Limited, makers of Clark's Court, Grenada's #1 rum, Grenada Paper Products, makers of Cherish, Spring Soft, Harbour Bay, and Super Value Toilet Paper, and Royal, Quick and Easy, and Horizon Paper Towels, Budget Foods Inc., Classic Lighting, and Blue Bubbles PA Rental and Event Supplies. It's the 2025 Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules.
Coming up, crop overs already in the air, along with all the hype. They conquered the Caribbean, now they're ready for the world. Solid financial support joins the battle versus severe medical conditions. There's absolutely everything you need and then some at this resort. It's all next on this station.
One of the things that I like about pediatrics is that it's never just about the child, it's also about family, extracurricular activities, sports, school, all of those things we get involved in. I think one of the nice things is also that it's about empowering families, or giving them the knowledge that they need. It's actually about forming a community of people who support each other. We're in this parenting journey together.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandans, Gittins Health and Wellness, Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy, Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Classic Lighting Caribbean.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 26 minutes on to the 8 o'clock hour. Let's head back to our WhatsApp platform and accommodate a WhatsApp contributor. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yes. I want to touch on the call in regards to the not mentally challenged, but how did you refer to them? The persons that were loitering on the streets.
Yeah, mentally challenged and so forth, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mentally challenged. Now, I would blame the family. It starts with the beginning. Now, if you did not train your child to have self-control and self-contentment, then the child would not have it automatically. So you have to actually train your child from growing up. I must be contented with what I have. And I must also have self-control of myself in situations where I cannot. Now, if the child is left to run wild and to expect that anything that I want, I should be able to get, then it offers a mental pressure on the child. And so the child would act indifferent when the time comes around. So basically, I'm blaming it right where it starts, at the beginning, at the home that should have actually taken care of that. Now, after the person has become that stage, going forward, it calls for a multiplicity of agencies, I would call them, meaning government, state, home, family, everybody coming together to actually bring that person back from where they are. Then you have to actually have that reconnection with society. That person who is in that mental state sometimes it might be a mental imbalance, and that person is thinking indifferent, or sometimes it might be otherwise. But somewhere along the line, I think is a collage of agencies that would actually be able to help that person come from where they are.
Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Have a good one. 23 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. You know the digits, 435-2041. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent, and how are you?
I am alive and very thankful. How about you?
I'm on the same beat with you.
Okay. Talk to us.
I just want to talk about the same. Well, I want to refer directly to the gentleman that speaks about the economy. But if we go back to the Bible, let's go back biblical. There are a lot of children from the Bible that do a lot of wrong things. For example, the prodigal son. He was taught properly, but he still tell his father he want to go, and he go. But the end result, he get back, but he get back on time. We have Samson. He tell his father, he pleases him much. He want his own way, so he go. You understand? So all these people here getting things. Even in the Garden of Eden, the boy killed his brother. You understand the situation? Right. So we're talking about the state of the mind of the person. It's not the parents going to bring make up. Parents, as the lady said before, the parents really train children a lot. But it's your mind, where your mind review. How you innocent in a situation like that? How you're not on the street? Because your mind, you set your mind, your affection to something that you want to be.
Well, to be honest, circumstances happen where I could have been on the street, but I chose not to,
Okay. Well, then that's what I'm saying. So I had a situation that I could have been on the street because I was introduced to drugs, cocaine to sell when I was in Trinidad. But I run from that because I know what I want. I run. So people talking about the economy. Economy have nothing to do with that because from years we have economy, and the economy is growing. From since I born, we know about economy, and the economy grow to a long way, and we didn't have this kind of dividends on the street from years. Why? Because the children know what they want to do. They know where their parents come from, so they want to help their parents, so they look for a nice job to help their parents. But children nowadays, they don't want to help themselves, they don't want their parents, they want to have their own way. Hence why they most of them on the street. I don't say that how some of them have a little difficulty in homes. It is as possible. But to blame it on a home and the parents and government, it is totally wrong. Children have their own responsibility to take care of themselves. They have to. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself. Don't follow crowd that bring it on the wrong side of the street. So I am not blaming parents, and I'm not blaming society. What could be done about it now as you reach that situation? There have to be government and parents have to have some kind of rehab center for these people. But the government having some rehab center in some other St. Andrews now to help those same set of people, right? And it should be done long before, but it was too late. But don't go and blame parents and to blame other government for your dividends, your own child. You have to take care of your own self, not people in St. Andrews. I know people who was in a situation and they get out of it because they have the mind to get out of it. Sometimes they follow the wrong company, but you have to see the company leading you. Yeah. And you see that company going down the wrong way, you pull out, run it from it.
Right.
Because you're going down the road. So don't blame parents and economy. Economy has nothing to do with that. It's the state of your mind. What you want to be, that's what you're going to be. What you want to be is what you're going to be. Either tree fall, so it lies.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. And that ties in well with the contribution via our WhatsApp, one of our WhatsApp contributors. It says, let's not forget substance abuse. It plays a significant role in the degradation of society. Drug dealers, once caught, should be shown no mercy, and the confiscated funds should go to rehabilitation programs. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. I disagree with this gentleman who called out about. Well, I know you can't blame the government in a sense. The government could assist, but I know of a case, and I know the guy, and I've been speaking to him. The parents, they had problem in the home, and they threw him out. Well, where do you want him to go? He has no other relative, and his parents and the other relatives that threw him out, they're now in the United States, and they don't care about him. So I put a lot of blame on the parents too. Yes, the individual have responsibility, but the parents are responsible for the child when they're growing up. So it probably started very early, and because they didn't like how the behavior of the child, when it reached a point where the child become a semi-adult or adolescent, and they couldn't take it, they threw him out. So we have a big blame for the parents there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, innocent. And how are you?
I am alive and very thankful. How about you?
Well, I'm not of the worst. I'm into that program.
Okay, talk to us.
I listen into that program as I say. But remember, we hear this word from man and God makes every man to his own image and likeness.
Right.
So whatsoever parent go to pouring into children, the only image and likeness is in them. You do what they want when they want. That's the freedom of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, caller. All right, let me just take a comment here via our WhatsApp platform. It says, good morning, Innocent, and all your listeners, viewers, followers. All I have to say about the new government in Trinidad's move to do business with Africa is that they are following in Grenada's footsteps. That's why our Prime Minister went to 2 African states and also signed certain MOUs, meaning Memorandum of Understanding. We are leading the way in diversing our trade and economy. So to the new Trinidad government, welcome on board. And that contributor went on further and said, on the other issue, I hate the defeatist thought peddled by one of your callers. Let us realize that all entities could assist. However, we need to look at the genesis of the problem. 1, the introduction of hard drugs into a country, especially during the invasion. This led to mental issues, which very often goes untreated. 2, the institutionalization of poor and vulnerable, making people believe that they have no choice. This, coupled with widespread handouts rather than enabling our citizens and creating the enabling environment. And 3, gender imbalance and discrimination. Our society still believes that little boys should roam the streets, the very place where they are exposed to all the evils. They are not learning in a family and bonding within a family, and that leads to destruction. 4, poor people in the past did everything to get out of poverty. Modern day poor people are enjoying poverty and sinking themselves deeper into it, even when the economy is booming and jobs are available. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome. Something is loud in the background.
Well, I don't have nothing here. Maybe you want to hear there.
Okay.
Are you still hearing it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. As it relates to the idea that you put out, I think, it just shows you the vision of the commission. All of the governments in the region have not been looking at that. Now Deacon has taken on that leading role, that initiative. It seems like everybody tend to be following suit. It's the right way to go. And I just hope that we all benefit. We take it seriously, not just stop. Take it seriously and enhance our economy through trade with our motherland. As it relates to that issue with the young men and them on the street, a lot of that, Innocent, is the young men and them own wanting to just be on the street. there is sufficient walk around. I mean, and you hear it from the businessmen. Some of them, some of them are not fit. They don't go and enhance themselves. The lady spoke about the competition that is being done now, the tourism thing. All of them are women. All of them are girls. No boys. The boys are not taking the initiative. All this, they intend to just sit on the block. There's work out there. They don't want to go and work. People want work to do and they're not going out there and do it. So, I mean, and when you want to go and blame the government, some of them guys have mental issues. Some of them may have gone and smoked the wrong thing and get themselves and turn themselves into junkies.
Let me ask you a question. What is the right thing to smoke? Can you say some of them smoke the wrong thing? What is the right thing to smoke?
No, I don't smoke at all. I am totally against smoking. Some smoke the weed and blah, blah, but I mean, we know that they talk about the mixing of the weed and other things, and them guys and them get stupidity. A lot of them is on the street. They manifest themselves by doing that. I mean, I born in an era when ganja was available, and I didn't see mad people on the street like that. I born in an era when poverty was stricken, including that gentleman who always talking about the economy foolishness. He was born in that era and he didn't turn out a junkie. He didn't have people on the street like that. So to blaming the government, I mean, I don't know, sometimes we really, sometimes we just want to talk. Because if we make the comparison, it is there. If we just go back a little bit,
but saying people just want to talk, that is a kind of, because I mean, people see things differently. How you see certain things, somebody sees it totally different. Okay, wow. I hope you didn't just get angry and cut off on me, but I look like a credit issue though. All right, good morning, my good friend Lauren Salim, all the way in Hermitage. And all right, it was a wonderful vision of our Prime Minister to build relations with Africa. This is part of what makes him so special to Grenada. Somebody says, you raise a very important concern. The fear of everything Africa still has a deep negative tone to the colonial education we have. All right, 435-2041, that's the number. Let's go back here. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning once again. Sorry for coming back. But one of the callers is of the opinion that the economy has nothing to do with what is happening in the street. Now, if we're going to compare yesterday with now, some of us may understand, may experience a tin of sardine used to be 10 cents. A pound of sugar used to be 25 cents in some cases. Compared to the tin of sardine is over $5. So the economy has to grow as costs rise. And if you're not going to empower people with the economy, without the economy, nothing will happen. So if you don't understand that, look, is the economy poor, we're going to have problems. The economy is brisk, then leadership and direction take place. But you must have an economy to drive any society, because we live and survive through the economy. Stronger the economy is better your management.
Okay.
So if we're not aware of that, I want guys to be aware. You're surviving based on the strength of the economy. And if the economy is doing bad, obviously, we are going to do bad. So we have to focus there. That is the root of the problem.
Okay.
Management, rules of responsibility, accountability, the economy. Other than that, everything going to fall down.
Okay, thank you, caller. Thank you very much. All right, before we get into a final commercial break, I want to engage this here. Let me make sure right there. Good morning, Innocent. Let's just be frank. There are many things to contribute to this uncomfortable situation of men not being men. Fatherlessness, government, self, no parental examples, the environment, media influence, teachers and elders not being examples, many, many more. Only God can help us really. And persons need to repent need to repent, rather, of all these bad habits that have been developed over the years that are causing these really bad outcomes. I couldn't have agreed with you more, my dear, because there's a critical factor that everybody keeps leaving out, the spiritual factor, and maybe some of you are not spiritually inclined, but I am, and I have a different take on this, right? It's a mix of all what you're saying, but there's a key. Any case, let's go to the final commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Have you ever wondered how you can benefit from the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program? Then IMA Grenada invites you to its public forum on May 13th at 5:30 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Regulations have changed to create more space for local participation, for local developers and those who want to become local developers to tap into new opportunities. Hear from top experts from the CBI Committee, IMA Grenada, and GIDC. This is your opportunity to learn the process, ask your questions, and learn how to be involved. So don't miss this chance. Remember, Grenada Trade Center at 5:30 p.m. on May 13th. See you there.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandans, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited.
Grenada, the time has come. It's the big showdown in the first ever Classic Lighted and the Communal Credit Union Invitational 2025. Come witness the Royal Grenada Police Force and His Majesty's prison officers take on the nation's busmen and women in an epic 4x1 relay. Then it's Flow versus DG Sal. And don't miss out, Nawasa, who will be flooding Grenlec in the ultimate relay. All this and more, May 17th and 18th. At the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Adults $30, children $15. Season passes are available. It's a showdown like no other. Be there.
Welcome back. It's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning. Welcome. Caller, you get the... Hello, let me try. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear. How are you doing?
I am alive and very thankful. How about you?
I'm good.
Okay, talk to us.
Now, the situation with the young men, most of it is linked to drugs. In some schools in Grenada, children are introduced to especially marijuana. I understand it is sold in cakes and sweets and whatever. So parents have to warn their children and monitor them. Once the children go on these drugs too young, it affects their brain. And you could see their behavior when they get on the drug. They can't perform in school. Sometimes they are able to graduate, but when they get out into the world of work, they are unable to perform. Sometimes mad people hire them, and because of the drugs, the drunkenness, and the marijuana, some of them mix both, the rum and the marijuana, they cannot perform creditably on the job. So they have to be fired or whatever. So I don't know what is the cure, what is the remedy for that, but parents have to monitor the children in schools, especially the boys, and make sure.
Hold on. Why is it with boys?
I don't know, because I've seen where boys from a secondary school, during school or after school or so, they would find a place under a tree, and all of they congregate there, and they go smoking. There are some that can't even pass from one because the drugs affect the brain so negatively. The boys have a tendency more to go towards that drug thing than the girls. The girls, but to a lesser extent.
Having said that, right, it brings the question, is it a case, I remembered a couple of years back, my good friend Randy Isaac had a song, "Me cocklet go hold your hen." And we know what that means in colloquial terms. It means that the girls were more protected and kept at home, where the little boys were left to roam as they like. Could it be a case of that?
Well, I don't know. I don't have the solution. I don't have the answers. But parents, and again, as some people talk about the spirituality, like the prodigal son, if you give your child a spiritual upbringing, he might stray, but he has something to come back to. When he doesn't get this, they do not get this spiritual upbringing. When they stray, they have nothing to fall back on. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Give your children a spiritual upbringing. Even if you don't go to church, send them.
Right, yeah. That makes a whole lot of difference.
Help them to grow spiritually.
Okay. All right, thank you, caller.
Innocent, thank you very much. I don't know, as a society, we have to try.
Pray for them.
Yeah, pray for them. Not only pray for them, but they need to know how to pray for themselves too. And parents, pray for your children. The prayers of a parent never fall on the ground. Okay. And if you don't know how to pray, let somebody help you.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you very much, caller. Let's go take this could be our final call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent, and sorry to call back again. Now, who was your first teacher who taught you
home?
God? Who taught you to God? Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that the source of all these problems come from where it begins. It begins in the home. If you don't teach your child that to learn to know God and to pray to God and to have a relationship with God, then the child wouldn't want. Who teaches a child control, self-control? Rather than having a tantrum, rather than doing as I please, where does it come from? It comes from the beginning, from the home.
Okay.
And everything that starts with all our education, in terms of all that we do, it comes from the home. Now, it also means that the parent must be in the right space, meaning that if the parent is one that is not well cultivated to be a parent, then you may have problems. But it all starts with the home.
Okay.
Which means that somewhere along the line, the parent before that parent may have had an error and would have made a mistake.
It's generational.
So it comes through generational sometimes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it carries over but it all starts with where? Your first and your primary beginning, which is the home.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Have a good one. Folks, that is where we wrap up for this week. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for contributing to the program this morning. It was indeed a very meaningful conversation. And I will be having, if God permits, we will be having the folks from the Child Protection Authority with us on Tuesday. And also we should be having someone from the Ministry of Social Development talking about Family Day and family in general. So this would be a good opportunity where we can throw out some of these concerns and hear their perspective on it. But all for now, we've got to go because we've got to join the BBC. Good morning. Bye-bye. Have a good one.